So I think what I'm gonna do now is put the axle on jack stands, take the tires off. I'm gonna start cutting off this extra shit I don't need anymore. Probably cut this out too. I guess I'm gonna cut this out. So I'm gonna do all the cutting. Gonna prep as much as I can on the frame rails. Start plating that. And then I'll eventually have to pull the springs out. That's when I'll cut off these lower control arm mounts. Probably cutting off the upper control arm mounts as well and using new ones. And then I'll start figuring out the new geometry and get the new shocks in. They're gonna be inboard up in here. So yeah, let's do it. Finally pulled off the Dosh Tech shocks. They are trashed. They've been leaking for years. They're just brutal, but kind of did to them. That's what happens when you use shocks, bump stops, and limit straps. So these will get treated a little nicer. All right, here's the fun part. Starting to cut out the old rock sliders. Cutting this back seam, it was stitch welded in there. The top seam was completely welded, which I think was kind of the problem. There really wasn't anywhere for the water to get out. So you'll see that there's moisture up above there still. What I'll be doing is a totally different setup. Still using rectangular tubing as the actual slider, but it's gonna connect down into the plated frame rails and also connect to the cage. And I'll be leaving more space for water to get out, moisture to get out. I'm gonna clean up everything underneath there, spray some sealant on it, and hopefully that prevents any more rust in the near future. So you can see all the water that was still up in there, some mud in there, just couldn't escape. Now we're working on the other side, just getting all the old unibody parts off, some of the supports. And what I used for this was just the angle grinder with a cutoff wheel. I used flap disc and a pneumatic hammer or chisel. So that didn't really do the cleanest job. Probably could have used a spot weld cutter, but I just wanted to get it off, and I'm not really concerned about mangling stuff up since this is all getting plated over anyway. So this was a first for me. Snapped off a cutoff wheel, and actually after posting a short video of this, I had someone reach out to me and recommend the Bad Dogs Lifetime Diamond cutoff wheel. I'll be testing this out soon and make a nice little video on that. See how it works. It is a bit pricey, but it should last forever, and if it doesn't, they will replace it. So I think it should be a good investment and save a lot of time from switching out cutoff discs. And also you don't have to worry about a disc wearing down. Then you have that really small diameter to work with. This is also the flush cutting cutoff wheel, which is nice. You can get a really close flush cut and you can grind with it, which is pretty cool. Had a little trouble getting this one off. Just had to run the Sawzall down through there. Pretty excited to get some of the new parts in here and the new slider setup. So if you want to follow along, like and subscribe to see what's next. Thanks guys.